Hi guys, welcome back to my Steps to Sobriety. Today we have got 10 points in 10 minutes with Doree O'Neal.
Thank you so much for having me again. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to give 10 tips on how to have a happy, sober life. 10 steps and 10 tips. Here we go. So the first thing I suggest is practice gratitude daily. Some people may say, why gratitude? There's some days that I don't feel very grateful. Well, what I found is when I have not met a person that hasn't had a heart of gratitude, is usually in a bad mood. Practicing gratitude makes us appreciate where we've been, where we are now, and where we're going. And when we can have some positivity in our life, it makes a really big difference. So try to practice some gratitude, sometimes even if it's just being grateful for your two thumbs. The next thing is don't be afraid to try new things. When I first got sober, or even later in my drinking career, I was afraid of everything. I was afraid of riding in a car. I was afraid of speaking to anyone. And as my disease progressed, I began to isolate more and more and more. I was afraid of so many things. So one of the things I encourage is when you get sober, try just a little something different. Maybe it's taking a sewing class or getting in a book club or doing something you used to probably would think that you would never do. Just a little baby step. I did this when I got sober, and before you knew it, I was actually skydiving. Yes, I went skydiving. And when I did that, I realized I could absolutely do anything if I could jump out of a plane. So try something new. Don't be afraid. The next thing is learning the difference between loneliness and being alone. This one for me was very crucial. It took me a very long time to learn to be alone. And what alone means for me is that I'm by myself, but I'm in peace and I'm enjoying being by myself. These are the times that I read a book, I listen to music, I am in my kitchen doing different things. So find something that you enjoy being by yourself doing. Loneliness is different. Lonely is when you are craving to be around other people. Now, when I first got sober, that loneliness was, in my mind, was misinterpreting being with someone of, for me, the opposite sex and trying to be in a romantic relationship. Recognize when you are lonely in that way that you are craving other people's to be around you. And in that case, find somewhere where you have people that are doing things that are in common, not a bar, but going somewhere where there are people that can surround you and support you and give you what you're craving in that lonely moment. Number 4, take care of yourself. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. These are the big things even today that can trigger me into doing things that I don't normally do. Puts me in a bad mood, and I'm definitely not happy when I'm hangry, which is what we call it at my house, when you're hungry and you're angry, hangry. So make sure that you're taking care of just your basic needs. And you notice the loneliness was in there too with the L. Take care of that. And you'll find that things move a lot smoother in your life. Don't be afraid to show emotion. This is number 5. Now, a lot of times when we were brought up thinking or told, don't cry, hold it in, don't cry. Don't be afraid to cry. When I was getting sober, it took me a very long time to cry. In fact, one of my girlfriends would always laugh because I would have one tear that would come down and then I'd bust out laughing. That was my way of trying to hold the dam back because I was afraid that I wouldn't know when it would stop. And it was my way of controlling it. Don't be afraid to show your emotions. Now, if you need to do it in a bathroom or do it in private, do it in private, but get your emotions out. Don't be afraid of them. Ride them through, work through them, and get past it. Happiness, I guarantee you, is on the other side of that. Number 6, hang with the winners. Now, I heard this when I was getting sober. And first of all, let me say there's no such thing as losers. There's no losers. But when you hang with people that have what you want, you start going for some of the similar things that they have. So even in my business world today, I hang out with people that are successful in business because I want to learn some of the secrets of what they've got. So if you are around a lot of sober people, you start picking up on some of the things that they're doing. And let me tell you, when I was getting sober, there was a lot of happy people that were doing what I wanted to do. And I clung to them. I maybe stalked them a little bit, maybe not, but I hung out with them and I started learning all the different things that they were doing to be happy. And I learned a lot. So hang with the winners, but remember, there are no losers. Number 7, be open to new relationships. Now, again, when we're getting sober, some of us mix romantic with new relationships. I'm talking about stepping out of your comfort zone and being friendly with someone that you normally wouldn't have. For me, it was women. It took me a while getting sober to be friends with other women. But what I found is that when I find people that I have things in common with and women that I had things in common with, I had much deeper friendships than I ever would have had any other time in my life. All of those other friendships seemed very, very superficial once I really started digging in and opening myself to new relationships. So don't be afraid to do that. Again, happiness is on the other side. Number 8, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. A lot of us see vulnerability as a weakness. It's not a weakness. When you can show people your heart, because that's what vulnerability is showing people your heart. They know you're human. They can relate to you, and they can offer you something that maybe you're missing in your life. So if you can show people that you are open to receive whatever it is they have to offer, you're helping them, they're helping you, and it opens you up to a world of happiness you never, ever would have guessed. So don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Number 9, be of service to others. I see a lot of people that are depressed, and believe me, I've been there too. And there's some days I'm sad. But when I'm sad or I'm feeling down, I reach out to someone else and I call them, how are you doing? We're not talking about me. I can talk about me all day long. And in fact, to my family, I sometimes do. I'm sure they probably get sick of it. But reaching out to someone else and being of service and asking someone else for help gets you out of yourself. And imagine what it's like when you offer someone that extra little nudge or that little extra word of encouragement and letting them know that you are thinking about them. You never know the impact that you're going to have on someone else's life when you're reaching out to them. They may be in the dumps as well, not feeling well, or maybe even worse, in a really bad state of depression. And you reaching out does so much good. So be of service to others, offering a helping hand. Volunteering also is another really good one too when you're thinking of being of service. Think you're not a people person? Are you an animal person? There's lots of shelters that can use help. Those furry babies need love just like everybody else. So find something that gets you out of your comfort zone, allows you to be around other people, and be of service to others. And finally, number 10, which is one of my favorites, you get to decide how your day goes. When I wake up in the morning, I choose to be happy, sad, angry, all the mix of emotions. I choose. Yes, things happen to me. People are not always so gracious and so nice and so kind. Yes, the bad things can happen. But if I wake up in the morning in a bad mood, let me tell you how my day goes. I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling irritated and agitated, and I get out of bed and I stub my toe. Because why? I'm not paying attention because I'm irritated and agitated. I spill coffee down the front of my blouse. I may have toothpaste hanging down the side of my mouth when I'm on a conference call. My dog may be acting crazy and doing things in the house. My husband then picks up on my energy and he starts barking around and he's cranky because he's used to me being in a different mood. The kids pick up on it and they start acting and being a certain way. And before you know it, the whole house is in a bad mood. Why? Because I woke up and decided that today was going to be a bad day. But here's the good thing, is that I can also change that. I can reset that. For me to reset my day, here's what I do. I go in a quiet place. I close my eyes. And I think of one of the happiest moments in my life, to the point of where I'm almost giggling. I can picture, for me, it's my dog. running around, acting crazy, but making me laugh. And before I know it, a smile is on my face because I am feeling all over my entire body. My energy is raised from that lower vibration, and it's in a higher vibration, and I've reset myself. So you get to decide how your day goes. It's up to you, whatever you choose. So I hope this helps you in having a happy, sober life. 10 steps. It's that easy. Thank you so much.
Oh, Doree, thank you so much for your insights. 10 points in 10 minutes with Doree O'Neal.
Thank you.